What is up, guys? Welcome to Pro Fight Peaks. My name is Valentin. Today we're gonna take a look at the UFC Fight Night Hall vs Strickland card, which takes place on July 31st. Unfortunately, lots of fights have been cancelled and switched around, but it will not hold me back from making my picks. If they add any new fight to the card, I will make a video with my picks. So let's proceed to the fights. So the first fight I'm gonna be talking about is Brian Barberena versus Jason Witt. This fight apparently got switched places with Stolze and Laz's fight, and now it is in the preliminary card. However, I'm still gonna talk about it in this video. So, in the former main card opener fight, we got Brian Barberena fighting Jason Witt. Barberena is a striker who tends to work on the feet. He has solid knockout power and has won many fights by knockout. On the ground, Brian is less effective, but he has a solid takedown defense, which is always good to have for an MMA. Witt is a versatile fighter with balanced grappling and striking skills. On the ground he works with a lot of efficiency, like he prefers to fight on the ground rather than on his feet. More often he wins by submissions. On the feet, Jason is quite vulnerable and inferior to technical strikers. He suffered 5 out of 7 record losses by knockout. Barberena is the obvious favorite in this pair. He must successfully neutralize Witt's wrestling skills, and in standing position he will dominate the opponent. The likelihood of an early finish in this fight is very high. As soon as Brian gets a feel for the distance and timing, he will hurt Jason and take the victory by TKO. In the current main card opener fight, we have Kang fighting against Rani Yahia. Kang is currently on a 3-fight win streak and he won 6 of his last 7 fights. He's a submission specialist, currently having 11 wins by submission out of his 17 wins. He makes a lot of takedown attempts in the fight and majority of his takedowns are successful. Whenever you get on the ground with this man, the best decision is to try and get back to your feet, since Kang has a very nice ground control and very slick submissions. The problem is that he has not fought since 2019, and this is a very long layoff and it is hard to predict how good he will be when he comes back. On the other side we got Yahia, who is coming off a win against Ray Rodriguez by submission in the second round. He's a submission specialist as well, so this fight will be an interesting grappling match. Yahia has 21 wins by submission out of his 27 wins. He's extremely dangerous on the ground and will use any given moment to get on your limbs or choke you out. In this fight, even though Yahia is a slight underdog, I believe he will win this fight by submission. He's a UFC veteran and a very skillful jiu-jitsu artist who will find a way to submit Kang. Moving on to the next fight, we got Chiena Bice fighting Gloria de Paula. Bice is a versatile fighter with balanced wrestling and striking skills. She skillfully works on the feet and is quite effective on the ground. Cheyenne does not have a one-time knockout punch, but she's distinguished by her great stamina and endurance. On the other hand, Paula prefers to fight on the feet. She has good boxing and kickboxing skill. She earned half of her victories by knockout, while she herself never lost early in her fight. Cheyenne Bice odds seem to be more preferable both on the feet and on the ground. Gloria de Paula can count on her punching power, but she's unlikely to be able to hurt her opponent. The most likely outcome of the fight is that Bice wins by decision, so I pick Bice to win in this fight. And finally, moving on to the main event of the evening. In the main event we got Uriah Hall fighting against Strickland. Both men are currently on the 4-fight winning streak. However, I would rather say that Strickland is on the 3-fight winning streak because in 2018 he had a motorcycle accident and was not able to compete for 2 years. But after he returned, he was able to get 3 wins in a row over pretty good competition. Uriah Hall has been losing his hype after the great Ultimate Fighter run he had and did not live up to expectations. He's currently is 10-7 in the UFC, while Strickland has a 10-3 UFC record. I believe that in this particular matchup, Uriah Hall doesn't have enough skills in his arsenal to go toe-to-toe against a guy like Strickland. Strickland is a very well-rounded fighter who can mix up his strikes with takedowns and adapt to different situations during the fight. Strickland has been able to outstrike his opponents in most of his fights, while Hall does not seem to possess such an achievement. This matchup is a classic striker versus striker matchup. However, I would not be surprised if Strickland decides to use grappling against Uriah, because we all know that Hall feels very uncomfortable on the ground. So I pick Strickland to win in this fight. Let me know what are your thoughts and picks for this main card in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching the video. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more weekly videos. And as I said before, if UFC decides to add more fights, I will make a video about this fight and provide my picks for it. Thank you so much for watching.